complex, innovative agricultural technologies developed by a team of scientists under the guidance of George Komaletskaya make it possible to achieve maximum effect in agricultural businesses. In crop production, Komaletsev's technology guarantees 80% yield increase, complete ecological safety and highest quality of products. The technology includes a significant reduction in the use of chemical fertilizers and agents, allows higher yields even on the poorest soils, and restores the soil's fertile layer. These technologies were developed in the early mid-1980s in classified laboratories of the USSR, working on space programs. The veil of secrecy has only recently been lifted. This technology is based on the use of absolutely harmless electromagnetic fields to control organic processes. The processes are activated by biologically active nutrient mixture, or BAPs. There are no exotic or unusual agents in there, neither arsenic, no lead, only common, well-known microelements which are constantly present everywhere, in water, food, etc. The secret is in the composition of the mixture, technology of manufacture and activation. This is know-how. Both the BAPS nutrient mixture and the electromagnetic radiator have been certified in the Sanitary Epidemiological Supervision Center of the Defense Ministry of Russia and State Standard of Russia and are allowed for use. BAPS and electromagnetic radiator activate a plant's vital forces naturally inherent in it. Under their influence, a plant takes from the soil and out of the air necessary macro and micro elements required for active growth, and there is no need in additional feed of the plant with chemical agents. If the traditional agro-technologies require from 150 to 300 kilograms of fertilizers per hectare per season, BAPS consumes only 100 to 200 grams per hectare. BAPS mixture is made of plant raw material and valuable species of medical plants, such as ginseng, roots of peony, oil seeds, and legumes. Certain sets of selected plants, kept in certain state in the reactors for 3 to 5 years, produces a high-quality nutrient of high systemic effect, since it has a complex set of soil and deciduous plant bacteria, which stimulate growth of both the root system and during the vegetation period. The surface part stalks, leaves of shrubs and cereal, etc. The time and number of treatments by the radiator depends on species and status of plants affected by feeding, diseases and pests. Technology of treatment per 1 hectare is 100 to 200 grams of BAPS mixture diluted in 100 to 300 liters of water. After spraying of the solution over the field, it is treated with the radiator. The radiator is powered from a car battery. The full cycle of complete treatment consists of 2 phases. Phase 1, after harvesting on the stubbles or before the last loosening of soil, before seeding. It includes treatment of seeds before sowing, treatment of seedlings or early bud in the gardens and vineyards. Phase 2, treatment in the tillage stage before booting or after flowering the gardens and vineyards. Further treatment of all kinds of crops is performed according to the programs developed for each stage of vegetation. I'm holding 2 spikes. This is a spike of winter wheat, and this is one of spring wheat. You can see the result. Spring wheat spike is even bigger than the winter spike. With the help of new technology, with BAPS and radiator treatment, we obtain grain yield, which is much higher by weight than usual. The number of grains in each spike increased as well. Uniformity of the spike and uniformity of the grain is much higher than with conventional technologies. Usually, one spike contains 20 to 30 grains at maximum. Here we have 40 to 45 grains. It's a wonder. It's a real wonder. I use such a system of treatment for the first time in my life and professional experience. And probably for the first time, we managed to get such a high crop on these fields. Application of these technologies for 1 to 3 seasons restores the acid-base balance of the soil and its fertile layer. New technology provides rapid root formation and soil loosening, increase of soil heat capacity and its temperature in winter by 5 to 7 degrees. In summer there is no cracks on the soil, its surface and root system of plants are not overheated. BAP's application improves soil structure. Soil becomes more loose, air gets to the roots of the plants better, and after rain the soil is not compacted. We applied BAPS on the fields, and it's much easier for the machinery now to get there. The result, vegetation period is 7 to 15 days shorter. It is especially important in the areas of risky farming where every day counts, and it is necessary not only as early as possible to get a ripe harvest, but also to reduce crop losses during harvesting. The effects achieved by the technology application, saving of seeds by enhancing the germination and the vigor of the seeds, suppression of the development of harmful microorganisms and pests in the soil and on the roots and herbs of all plants, decrease of mineral fertilizer application cost 2 times in the first year and 10 times and more in subsequent years. The cost of prevention and elimination of plant diseases and pests is reduced by at least 90%. Duration of operational time of agricultural machinery for crops is reduced, resulting in savings of fuel, labour and equipment amortization cost. Application of this technology ensures ecologically clean and completely safe agricultural products with longer storage periods, enhanced market value and competitiveness. Last year we implemented this method on a small area, and we only counted the direct profit we received, and this amounted up to 100,000 rubles. This is oats. Look at its flag leaf. Practically is not affected by disease. Look what length and width it has. It proves again that the influence of BAPS and the electromagnetic radiator increases the crop yield. You see the huge peas, taller than the agronomist. After BAPS and the radiator treatment, POBs have 8 to 9 peas compared to the normal 5 to 7. And its height is usually lower. Here it is 1.5 to 1.55 meters. Normally it is 0.8 to 1 meter. And crop yield accordingly is twice as much. Because the foliage rate is higher, the location and number of the pods on the stem increases. And it turns out that the crop yield is twice as much as with standard technologies. Behind my back, there is a field that was sown 3 weeks before our own standard check field. Maximum result can be achieved using modern agro technologies and methods you can see behind me. As for the spike, it can be said this spike is diameter has 4 grains. From our field, 6 to 8 grains. Here are some examples of the technology's effects in some Russian farms. Joint Stock Company Agro Farm Soskova, Orlov region. Results of traditional technology. Winter wheat 1.8 metric tons per hectare. Gluten 1.6 to 1.8. With the use of the technology, 3.98 tons per hectare. Gluten 2.2 to 2.3 and above. Invest Project Limited Liability Company Yaroslav region. Results of traditional technology, barley crop yield 1.4 tons per hectare, oats 1.2 tons, winter wheat 2.1 tons. Using the technology, barley 3 tons, Oats 3.2 tons, winter wheat 4.2 tons. Total grain output of the farm has grown 2.5 times. All kinds of cereals were examined in the district laboratories and elevators grain reception centres. The analysis results proved it to be of high quality and ecologically clean. The highest results were achieved in other countries as well. Serbia Cooperative Vodina Bako Provets. Crop plants that were grown using the technology have increased the yield by 30% or more. Winter wheat yield increased from 4.2 to 6.2 tons. Sugar beet from 59 to 62 tons to 82 tons. Sugar content increased from 16 to 17.2 units. Soya bean from 2.8 to 3.2 tons to 5.1 tons. Maize from 8.6 to 9.2 tons to 12.8 tons. Sunflower from 3.2 to 3.4 tons to 5.1 tons. The vine grew from 2 to 3 meters long instead of 0.5 to 1 meter. In Serbia, for the first time through the use of the technology, the farms managed to get 2 crops during one season. Land recultivation results, fertile soil on coal pits has been restored in 1 year instead of 5. In Burma, the rice was treated by BAPS and the electromagnetic radiator during the whole cycle from seed preparation to harvesting. Instead of the traditional 2.5 to 3 tons per hectare, the farms managed to harvest 5.2 tons. Legumes increased 70% and maize by 20%. The technologies have also been successfully used in Thailand, Brazil, Cuba and other countries. In Iran, when applied to sugar cane, it has increased the yield and sugar content in the cell sap, enhanced the purity of juice to the level required for commercial white sugar instead of raw sugar without plant reconstruction. BRIC's value of dry solids was up 5 units. In cane cell sap sugar, the content increased to 3.6 units. The technologies produced excellent results in animal farming, increasing meat, milk, eggs, reduced costs per unit of production with output increases by 30 to 50%, and guaranteed ecological cleanliness of products. The effect is achieved by treatment of the facilities, water and feed, which eliminates any toxicity and makes the use of hormone-like materials unnecessary. The animals do not suffer from gastrointestinal, skin diseases, colds, significant improved digestibility. The use of veterinary drugs is reduced to 10% of the initial dosage. Death and culling rates are reduced by half. Mortality rate of such diseases such as leukosis, tuberculosis, rhinitis is minimized and even eliminated. 3 years ago, we restored a completely devastated farm and decided to form up a leukosis-free herd in one of the stockyards. It is a big problem for the whole country. We tried for 3 years, but we could not cope with this problem because after each analysis, the culling rate was 30% and above. But only after 2 months of applying BAPS mixture, the blood test showed culling of 7 out of heads of 145 cattle. This is a very encouraging result, and it will be even better when we meet all the requirements set forth by the science. We need to complete water treatment, we need to whitewash all the stockyards with BAPS, which eliminates all pathogenic zones. So far we've done it in 1 stockyard only, and 3 more are to be treated the same way. So this work brings very good economical effect because the price of ecologically clean milk produced by disease-free dairy stock is higher. The results of the technology application in other farms in Russia. Breeding farm Sinchchenko, Moscow region. Elimination of mortality among young and mature animals. Dairy milk yield increased by 3 and more litres per head. Daily weight gain of calves increased by more than 300 grams per head. Niva LLC, Smolensk region. Elimination of cattle diseases. Daily milk yield increased by 2 litres per head in winter and more than 4 litres in summer. Daily weight gain of calves increased by more than 300 grams per head. Breed livestock farm. The use of this technology in pig breeding enhanced livability up to 99.4% and daily weight gain per head of up to 417 grams against 96.9% and 375.9 grams normally. Culled animals' recovery rate increased up to 84% against 48% normally. This technology is attractive, not only by mere increase in yields. It provides a controlled yield. It reduces losses, heals animals and birds, increases daily weight gain. This is a comprehensive technology which makes it possible to create completely waste-free agriculture. Thanks God this unique technology was developed in Russia, and let's hope we have more such unique people.